Hello, my name is Kelly Mitchell and welcome to my channel, Kelly Universal Healing. This is your weekly back to school horoscope, and I am an intuitive card reader, an early childhood educator, crystal healer. I wear many hats, but this week, or for this video, I'm just going to be chatting about the week ahead from an astrological perspective. What to expect for teachers, parents, students, children, all of that kind of realm. So like I said in my last video, I have been an early childhood educator for the last 8 years, and now I have decided to bridge these two things together because I feel like that they can be an incredible support for parents and teachers in the classroom and at home as well. So let's start off with Monday. So on Monday, we have, we're starting off the week with a balsamic moon. So right off the bat, you know that there's going to be much lower energy levels. The balsamic moon kind of comes into play around, it'll be about 4 a.m. I believe, because the new moon will be 4 a.m. on Thursday. So when we have a balsamic moon, we can expect the energy not to be as strong. There's not a lot of ambition. Might want to get some extra sleep over the next 3 days. Allow your children to get some extra sleep over the next 3 days. Parents, teachers, children, everybody's impacted by the moon and the stars. So take some time to retreat and recharge. And you know, if children are not really feeling they're the greatest as far as like emotionally or physically or anything like that, they're just not right on par. You can expect to see that because like this is part of the balsamic moon that we're having. So over this weekend, we had Jupiter go direct. So this is an expansion in wisdom and understanding. So we went away Friday. We were looking at, okay, this is the first week back to school. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about going back? How is this week going to go now going forward? Parents and teachers and children all have a better understanding. Okay, like how is this routine going to work? How is this new thing going to fulfill itself? How are the new routines going to go, basically? And, you know, a lot of people I think are feeling very confident in that. They've been through this week and they can see, so now the Jupiter has been direct, they have this new understanding. So they can feel very confident about sending their children back to school. Teachers could be very confident about going back to school. Children could be very happy at their new school or returning back to school. However, it could also be the other side of the coin where people have gained new understandings and do not want that. They do not want to return to work. They do not want to return to school. Parents don't want to send their children to school because of these new understandings that they have gained over the weekend, and they want to make the best choices for them, their family, and their children. So people now start to see where these changes have been made and where they need to take action and create change themselves. So there's really this element as we move in on Monday of feeling quite, it's kind of paradoxical because it's like you're quite tired, you don't have a lot of energy, but you also have all of this new understandings, new wisdom, new insights. Now with that, I will say it's important, I would say, not to act on anything until Thursday. And the reason I say that is because Thursday is the new moon, and so that is a much better time to start something new. I will get into Thursday in a few moments here, but we'll finish talking about Monday. So on Monday, we can also expect that, you know, there might be some difficulty people expressing themselves. Children, parents, teachers, they might have a difficulty expressing themselves for what they need or really want or how to change things. Now, what is really important is that you need to express this need for security. So even though it's difficult, it's also important to express this. So you want to take a charge. You want to allow yourself to play and see how things are going to go. Now, this is going to also be for children in the classroom. I would say for for teachers, not to set routines quite yet. Wait until Thursday when we enter in the new moon to really set these new routines. So, this school year is going to be different. You're going to either have to embrace it or you're going to have to make changes to it to support your life how you want it to be. Now, as we move into Tuesday, the moon is going to trine Mars, and so you see how you need to take this action for your own security. You will see what is going to bring you security for your family, for your home. You will see this also like for children, what's going to help them to feel more secure. We're also going to have Uranus exactly squaring Venus. So this is huge changes in relationships and values and in desire. So this is why don't make those shifts on Monday. You might want to walk in Monday morning and be like, okay, I'm pulling my children out, or yes, I'm dedicated and my children are going to stay at the school. Or as a teacher, you might be like, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. Children are also going to feel the same way. They might on Monday feel like, yeah, I'm totally fine. Or on Monday feel like, I don't want to be here at all. But then on Tuesday, when we have this square to Venus, this is like sudden changing, huge changes in relationships and values and desires. So this is going to be like those things that you already thought once were, these relationships that you already had thought once were. Hopefully everybody was busy building that community last week so that this doesn't hit everyone as hard this week. But there's a huge change in the values and desires that people want. A huge shift that comes in on Tuesday. So, the moon is in Virgo, and children are going to be quite particular on what they want. Virgo is a very particular sign, so you can expect that parents are going to be particular on how they want things to be. Teachers are going to be particular on how things want to be, and so will children. And this is all going to be very routine oriented. So why can't it be this way? Why can't this routine go this way? And like I said, that's why you shouldn't make any adjustments to routines that are going to be set in stone until we hit that new moon on Thursday. So as we move into Wednesday, this is when the moon is at its darkest phase before the new moon comes. Are you seeing things clearly? Are you seeing things the way that they should? Or is your vision being clouded? And really pay attention with that. Pay attention if you're a teacher working with children in the classroom. Is your vision being clouded with these children? When as teachers and educators, we're consistently observing children and, hopefully trying for the best to give them all the things that they need to support them in their development and their educational needs. But at the same time, we have to view things from an objective place. Are you seeing things clearly? The same thing as if you're a parent. Are you seeing things clearly? You can also take this into your personal life, Are you seeing things clearly around everything that's going on around you? Are you planning to change your habits and routines? Be prepared to shift things. Okay, so you now have spent Monday knowing what needs to change. You have this new wisdom. You spend Tuesday wanting to take this action, but, things are changing. Things are already changing. You're starting to see how other people's values have shifted because they have gained this new understanding. You're starting to see how children's wants and needs have shifted because they themselves have gained this new understanding. And, so Wednesday, are you prepared to shift things? Then on Thursday, at 4 a.m. Pacific, we have a new moon in Virgo, and now it is time to take action. Change the routines, set things in stone. Anything that is set now will last for a very long time because Saturn will be trining the sun. I think this is a really positive thing. Saturn is the planet for long-term goals. This is the planet where you're going to set things out for a very long time. It is not something instant or instant gratification. Virgo is ruling routines and day-to-day work and health. And so this is an opportunity to set new routines. So now that you've gained this new understanding over the weekend and into Monday, you've seen how people's values and things have shifted. You've taken some time to check in to see, are you seeing things clearly? Now you can express. Now you can take this action. Make the adjustments to the routine on Thursday in the classroom. What changes can you make that is going to be set for the long term? Because now you've seen and you can make an adjustment. If you're a parent, what changes can you make at home? I know there's a lot of people who are homeschooling, so this is a really good opportunity to see, like, you know, you spent the last few weeks just kind of getting the feel about how things are going to go. But now on Thursday, it's like, okay, how are we going to set this new routine for our family? And this, again, can also be personal level, right? So on a personal level, how can you set those new routines for yourself? Anything that started on Thursday will last for a very long time, I feel. Now, it's going to be in some ways difficult to express these feelings that you're having about anything. You know, you, after you have these new understandings, you could be in a space where you're like, okay, I'm pulling my child out of school, I just want to homeschool them. I do think that, kind of on a, I don't know about on a global scale, but on a Canadian scale, to say, I think there'll be a lot of people pulling their children out of schools this week, because they have seen and they know the adjustments that they need to make. On the other hand, they might need to stay because of their own situations, financial situations, things like that. But they might be really wanting to push change of how different routines can go. Like, you know, we can find this in early childhood education centers and whatnot. Parents, their schedules aren't working for them. They need to have something different. So, you know, there'll be a little bit of that tension, I think. And the tension is because it's going to be hard to express yourself. You're going to be a little bit nervous. What are other people going to think about me? Is this the right thing to really do? But use your intuition to guide you. It is not wrong. You might already have a gut feeling about what is to come, on any which way. Follow that gut feeling. It's there for a reason. We are all intuitive and it's always trying to speak to us. So listen to it. Now, you'll really have to focus on setting these new structures and routines that day. That's like the biggest thing that I can say for this week, is to focus on Thursday, observe how Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday go, take your time to rest. On Thursday, implement the new routine. However that looks like for you as a parent, as a teacher, as an educator, as a student, as a university student. You've had a few weeks now to see how school is going to go. I know, like, that there's been some online schooling happening for university students. Use this as an opportunity to set your schedule. You set the schedule on this day, you will set yourself up for success. Now on Friday, the moon shoots into Libra, and this is an opportunity to create these new patterns, relationships, and connections. So now you're starting this new routine on Thursday. Hopefully you've created something new. And so now you can really deeply form these connections and these relationships. You really need to be able to express your thoughts and desires. This is a good day to communicate your new plan to everyone. So maybe on Thursday, you don't want to communicate your new plan. I think on Monday, there's going to be a little bit of tension as people are feeling a bit tired, right? As we have this balsamic moon. I find when it's a balsamic moon that people can be sometimes a bit short, a bit emotional. It really depends on who the person is and how it's impacting them. But overall, you can just imagine like tired energy. And when you imagine tired energy or people not getting enough sleep, because I think that during the balsamic moon phase is like a time for rest and recharge. But everybody's working, right? We're starting this balsamic moon off on a Monday where everybody has to go back to work. And So it's like hard time getting up on Monday. This is how the week's going to go. People are going to be a little bit short. They might be a little bit snappy. Don't take it personally. But you know what you need to do. You already know. You've already gotten this new understanding. You already know how you need to move forward. But Thursday is the time to really take that step, take that action step. And on Friday, start communicating that to everybody. So this might look like, if you're a parent and you're pulling your children out of school, this might be the day to tell people. Or if you are setting a new routine for your children because you're homeschooling, this might be the day to tell them, wait, you start the kind of routine as a parent on Thursday, and then you tell your children, okay, on Friday, we're going to change things for next week, adjust things, and kind of set a new schedule as a family. Maybe have like a family meeting. It's a great day to have a meeting if you are an educator, with your colleagues, and just connect and tap in and say, I have these ideas, I have these plans, this is what I've observed this week, this is how I'm feeling about things, and this is how what I'd like to see moving forward, and just collaborate on that. When like a moon in Libra, that's a great balance point. So you won't find that people will be too pushy. That's why this is a good day to communicate, because also Venus and Mercury will be together. So I don't feel like the communication will be sharp. I think that it would be a good day to communicate how you're feeling. So, this is also like a good time where you might want to connect with parents about how you're feeling about caring for their children, or if you're a parent, connect with the teachers about, how you're feeling about the school or the daycare or the education center, wherever you might be sending your children. So I hope that you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye.